Well, welcome back, everyone. Well, you know, we're really fortunate in our community. There are certain organizations that are just devoted to helping those less fortunate than we are. And as you probably know from my guest, who's been here before, that the Open Door Mission in Glens Falls is one of those organizations. And we always try to bring Kim Cook, the director, in to give us sort of an update on what's going on. And we've got some news to report to you. So joining me again is Kim Cook. Welcome, Kim.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for wearing such beautiful colors on such a dreary day.
Exactly.
And it's a Monday on top of it, right? So welcome back.
Thank you.
And let's, for some people in our audience who may not know about Code Blue and its mission, you know, I know that you're really out to serve people in their time of need. And in what ways?
Well, the Open Door does serve people at their point of need, whether it's hunger or, you know, talking about how to help them come out of poverty, or whether it's shelter on cold nights. We just want to help them wherever they are and help them move forward from there.
That's true. You know, one of the phrases that really resonates with me about what you do, generational poverty. And when you think about what that means at different times in all of our lives, you know, we hit times that are hard for us, but we work our way out of it. Can you imagine being born into poverty? That's all you've ever known your whole life. Try to break that cycle, right?
Exactly. We see so many people who are coming in, and it's second, third, fourth generation poverty, and they don't have the tools. Their parents didn't have the tools to move out of poverty. They don't have what we call a future story. So, for example, if you think about, you know, many of our kids, we're saying, you know, you've got to get great grades so that you can go to college. Well, if you're not planning to go to college and have no option of going to college, why even bother in school? So there's so many of these thought patterns that we are seeing that really help us to understand why it's so entrenched.
That's absolutely right. Recently, we announced that Foundation, Glens Falls Foundation, was focusing on helping the Open Door Mission in a very significant way. Tell us about it.
Well, the Glens Falls Foundation really studied generational poverty in the greater Glens Falls area and brought together a lot of organizations to talk about it and to see what really needed to be done. Where are the biggest problems and what can we do to solve it? And out of that came 3 grant proposals, one of which was ours. And so they have said that they will give us a $60,000 grant toward the resource center in our new facility.
Now, I want to just tell you a bit about that. Open Door Mission, you've been director for about 3 years, right? That's right. The each year, challenges, a lot of challenges. Do they have enough beds to shelter people? Can they supply people with enough meals? And most importantly, probably, is how do they really help people break this generational poverty by offering them resources? And the resources, of course, come in the form of training. And with the foundation grant and a capital campaign that we'll talk about, they do have the opportunity now to take a building and build truly what will become a resource center. Now, we can't talk about the building yet, so we're going to have you back where we can announce the building and the capital campaign.
Yes.
But tell us what the goal is with this resource center.
Well, we teach classes called Bridges Out of Poverty that are for organizations and the general community to help them to understand about poverty and how better to come alongside people. And if we understand it, then we can do something about it. And then we also are teaching Getting Ahead classes. Those are classes that are for people in poverty to help them understand their resources and to build those resources and to write that future story and to move forward and to become sustainable. So that's what the Resource Center will be for. It'll be classrooms, it'll be a computer lab, and so on. So we can really come alongside people in relationship and teach them and help them to move out of it.
You know what? You just give me a new phrase that's become my new favorite phrase, future story.
Yes.
Isn't that amazing?
I love that.
When you think about it, I love it too. Now, the Open Door Mission has grown quite a bit, especially in the last 3 years. Just give us some framework on that.
Well, we've maxed out at our soup kitchen. We cannot feed any more people than we have coming there. We've increased the number of meals we serve. We're up to 15 meals a week right now. We've increased the food pantry program. The backpack program, where we feed students on weekends, has gone in the last 3 years from 75 students up to 230.
Wow.
That's just a huge increase. And then we've added this whole Bridges Out of Poverty program, and we're doing a lot there, a lot of interaction with the community and so on. So there's a lot of growth to happen still, but we're really moving forward. And even our staff has gone from 1 full-time and 1 part-time to where we're now at 4 full-time and 4 part-time staff. So that's been a huge increase.
Sure it has. Now, just a reminder too, up in the Glens Falls area, the Open Door mission is Code Blue. And this past winters, you might recall, we did plenty of stories about where were you going to have the shelter. And as it turned out, it was in Queensbury, and there was issues about public transportation to and from the shelter. So the whole idea that a new resource center close to downtown will supply the Open Door mission with the beds they need, with the kitchen facilities they need, with the meals that they need, and also the training facilities. Well, Kim, thanks a lot for coming in and giving us an update. And we've got to have you back again when we can talk about where this building is.
I can't wait to tell you.
I know. And that, and also the capital campaign. So you big donors, you get ready, and all the rest of us will also get ready so we can help Code Blue really attain the next level of
That's
service for the community. Well, thanks, Kim.
Thank you so much.
And thanks again for wearing this color on such a... Notice how beautifully it blends in with all I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.